All right, you guys. Today, we're going to make something that I already know you guys have been wanting to do. And we didn't do it in class because it's a lot of work and I need a lot of help. But we are going to, first of all, I want to introduce you to my daughter Yazzie. Hi, Yazzie.
Hi, I'm Yasmin. Yazzie. With the Y and the A and the two Z's.
Yazzie. Okay. All right. That's Yazzie. Saga YK. Okay, so we're going to do this together. First thing we're going to need to make these stuffies, like teddy bears. Stuffies is a new name for teddy bears. I don't know why they just don't say teddy bears anymore. Stuffies. We're going to need several things. You're going to need some thread. You like this color?
Yeah, I like any color.
Do you like this kind of thread? This is felt thread. It's kind of thick.
This is the thread that I sew with when I sew clothes and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I make clothes. Yeah.
Okay, now we have these. These are sewing felt needles. If you don't have, people aren't just gonna have felt string hanging around their house. So normally people will have like
you
normal.
You can use any thread and needle, really, as long as it can it's a string and it can pull things together.
Right.
Then you can use it.
You could totally use the thread, a normal needle and thread.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if you have a sewing machine, you want to get fancy, Yeah. Which
we're not gonna use a sewing machine. All right. So with the needle, you guys make sure you be safe. Needles are sharp. So yes, here's your needle.
Okay.
You might wanna have your grown-up help you with this needle to make this stuffy, this teddy bear. Like, this is a fun project. This is something that you can create just to have. You can create several of them. You can create a little series of them and have like crazy arm dolls. I don't know. You can do whatever you want. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is think about where's the fabric? Where's the fabric? Like, people don't have rolls of fabric laying around their house. I ain't got no fabric. How you gonna make a teddy bear? Yeah, we're gonna say teddy bear. How you gonna make it with no fabric? This is how. We're gathering old clothes.
Old clothes.
Old clothes. Oh, I knew I would never gonna wear this. This is getting cut up. Here, Yazzie. Were you ever gonna wear that?
What is this? Oh no, man.
And this is some sort of extra length. I don't like this material. I'm never gonna wear it. So, see, these are clothes we're never gonna wear. We're going to use. Here, you wanna see that?
Yeah.
We're going to use this as the fabric. Oh, I have this like zebra print. I think I like. There's a zebra print. Look, this is something. I hate these plastic things on clothes. You see that? Unnecessary.
Let me cut it off.
Well, you want to cut it off?
Yeah, I don't
think so. So, fabric. What are clothes? Fabric. So, in order to make your stuffy, go to your family, see if you can find some old clothes, a sheet, a pillowcase, anything, a tablecloth.
Even an old stuffed animal.
Yeah.
You can rip it up and use that too.
That's true. Like, maybe you have an old stuffed animal that has a big hole in it or something. You can open up that. But let's just use the old clothes, and we are going to cut some pieces of some nice squares, some nice big squares out of this fabric. So let's do that. Okay, I decided to use this old dress that looks like it was already cut off at some point. I probably cut it to make it shorter.
And
Yazzie.
Yeah, I'm using one of my old shirts that
Yeah, I like the color. I think it'll look better as a teddy bear.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't on camera anyway. Here we go. I'm going to cut. I'm cutting this
I'm gonna do
I'm
gonna do a triangulus. You know what that is?
A triangulus?
Yeah, it doesn't exist. I just wanted to say triangulus.
Well, now it does exist. So if anyone ever said it, it kind of exists because I've heard it before. Okay, so this is a square right here. I've got a square.
I'm almost done cooking my square.
We're gonna wait for Yazzie to get done because the next step is to get a Sharpie. I'm gonna give Yazzie her Sharpie. Everybody has a Sharpie, and now we're going to draw a picture. let's draw a picture. What do we want? I'm just gonna make a square, and then I'm gonna decorate it
I think
later.
I'm gonna make a heart.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make something nice and simple. But some of you guys are super, super extra, ultra creative, and I know that you're gonna be able to, you know, create a teddy bear with arms, legs, and a tail, and all this cool stuff, right? So, here we go. I'm just gonna sketch this out. Now you want to make your whatever shape your teddy bear is gonna be. You want to make the shape way bigger than what you actually want it to be. So if I want it to be a small square, I'm gonna make this square big that I actually cut out.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Now, don't be upset if you're like, oh my God, why is my square not a real square? Like right now, my square, it looks like a triangle. And it does definitely a triangle because there's 2 short sides and 2 long sides. All the sides are not equal. So I'm making a triangle teddy bear instead of a square teddy bear.
This into my thing. This
Oh.
right here, just cut this off and then
Cool. I noticed something about what you did, Yazzie. Tell us something about what you did with the layers, because that's something that's really important in order to make stuff.
So basically, when you're sewing, well, anything, clothes, stuffy, whatever, you want to make sure that each side is like the same as the other side. So doing layering can help you see how the sides match up, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and it already has 2 pieces. It has the front of the stuffy and it has the back of the stuffy, right?
Just like a shirt, like the front, back, all that.
Right. So now what you're gonna do, like for example, I have, since this was a dress, I never cut the sides off. I just like cut a square of the dress out. I have 2 layers already. Here's the top layer and here's the second layer. If I lay it over, I can cut them at the same time. But what I'm gonna do is cut this out now. Let's cut these out, yes.
Okay.
Let's get these cut out. You know, and just take your time, you guys, you know. And it's raining outside today. You guys believe? Soup, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We got some chicken noodle soup. Uh-oh. Bubs said chicken noodle soup. You hear Bubs?
Bubs is my pet bird. He stays chirping.
And guess what else he does?
Well,
He dances to
he
music.
dances and chirps to the music every time I play it, so I haven't been able to play music at all. It's so cute.
It is very cute. And as soon as the music turns off, he's like,
He just stops.
what kind of party is this? Okay, I'm taking a little bit longer than Yazzie to cut out my
It's okay.
square with my old clothes here.
It's
So
okay.
this is the piece of the clothes that we don't need. We don't need.
Oh look, little design
We
at the
don't
bottom.
need a noise.
Yeah.
Okay. So now look,
Okay.
I need to have 2 of the squares.
Mine are still
2 of the
attached,
squares.
the ones that I cut it.
Yeah, you probably. Well, actually, you don't even have to cut. That side is sewn for you already. So
And that's
if you could like cut a long strip and just fold it over. Now you only have to sew 1, 2, and 3 sides. I'm gonna have to sew 4 sides. Okay, so here we go, because I'm gonna have to sew each one together. So the first thing we're going to do now is normally when you're sewing something, you'd have these really cool special pins that you can pin in the fabric to keep it so that it is together like this, so that when it's time to sew, you can just connect the pieces. But guess what we don't have? We don't have pins. Who has pins?
Oh, yeah, we don't have
Who
pins.
has
Oh,
pins
yeah.
laying around? I don't know. That's not even something you can go borrow from somebody. Nobody has pins laying around. So what we're gonna do is not use any. We're going to just sew this, leave it laying on the table. Try your hardest not to move it. Make sure that the area that you're sewing on is like it has some type of friction. You know, it's not smooth like wood, because then your project, bless you, would slide all over everything. All right, go wash your hands.
Okay.
We're going to take a hand washing break. Hey, I just want to let you know something. You know what time it is. Make sure when you sneeze, you immediately go and you wash your hands. Sing the birthday song 3 times. Happy, but don't try to sing fast. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Look, Buzz is like, no, that's not how it goes. It's happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday to you.
Shh. I said boom, 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 boom.
Okay. Now, we have the shape. Yezzy has her shape. We are going to thread the needle. Do you have your needle?
Yes, I have my needle right.
Okay, so what color do you want? Would you like this red?
Yes.
Okay, so Yezzy's going to use this red. And I'm going to just use this green because I like things that don't match. Because maybe that's why I like things that don't match. And this is black and white, so any colorful thing will pop out. But you're still not going to see this. So let's thread the needle. So you need to use your scissors and make sure that your scissors are nice and sharp so you can clip it perfectly. Like I said, this is really thick. Okay. And because I don't want to put this in my mouth during this time of the world right now, I'm trying my hardest to thread it without doing that. Now, what I can tell you is that regular thread is going to be much easier to thread in than normal thread. Now I have my needle in the hole. And I'm gonna bring that down.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
So when you're sewing something, you want to get as much thread as possible without making sure that it gets tangled up like mine did. So that you don't have to constantly go back and like keep on putting the thread through the needle, because no one likes doing that.
Okay, I have. So now I made it. You are right. Now I made it to that. It's about this long. And it's inside the needle. So there's 2 strings here. Now I'm going to cut this. Now you have the needle on one end and you have nothing on this end. In order for your thread, this is what's gonna keep everything together, to not slip out. And now it's like, you know, when you have a hoodie and the string thing falls out, you're just like, oh, that sucks. Or you have like your favorite sweatpants and the string pulls out. You're like, man, my sweatpants are ruined. I can't even tie them. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna tie a knot. Tie a knot. There we go. If you're using thread, you might have to tie 2 knots. Hold on. Go ahead and check and see if our kitty isn't messing with our bird bubs. You know, it's kind of like the cartoon.
Kitty.
All right. So before we start this, let me get a couple of things extra, and we'll get back to you later. Okay. Now we have the needle and the thread. Yes, you got your needle and thread ready?
Yeah, I got my needle.
You got a knot at the end?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so first thing you're gonna do, Yazzie, do you normally start at the corner? Because I normally start at the corner.
I don't really start at the corner.
Okay, so you're gonna take the corner of your 2 layers of cloth, and you're gonna stick your pin in, and oops, look at that, oops. You don't want to do the oops. You want to make sure that your finger is not behind here, okay? All right, so we're gonna pull that through. Pull it all the way to the knot, and it'll stop. Okay. Then now what I'm gonna do is, I'm not gonna do it like what you normally think stitches look like. We go in and out and in and out. I was going to wrap it around. So you just go like this, pull, wrap it around, pull.
I think the wraparound stitch is like the easiest. Like it's therapeutic.
Yeah,
to do.
doesn't it feel good?
It's therapeutic to do.
Are you doing wraparound too?
Um,
Let me see how you do it.
sometimes I do wraparound,
Let's see.
but I've been like doing clothes and stuff, so I'm used to doing the in and out.
You like classic stitch?
Yes.
It's called classic stitch. So we are using old clothes. Yazzie, do you still have any cotton?
Yeah, I have extra cotton.
Ooh, see how random who has cotton in their house, right?
Right.
You'd be like, at the Center for Creative Reuse, which is in Oakland, California, and I think it's right off of Telegraph. It has, I mean, people might look at it and be like, oh my God, this store's full of garbage. Okay, so I'll see you guys in a minute. Let me finish this. I'll talk to you about that later. Okay, I'm getting to the end of my string. So literally this string that I had, that I showed you, was able to go all the way up this. You see? And then I just hit the corner, you know what I'm saying? Just hit the corner, and I came around right here, and I got a little bit, let me stitch this a little bit in. Once you feel like, okay, you don't want it to go to the very end of the string because you have to tie a knot. I'm gonna just leave it right here to be safe. And I'm gonna take my scissors. Shing! That was so satisfying. That was so satisfying. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna tie a knot here. The same reason why I tied a knot in the beginning. I'm tying the knot so that it does not slide out. Okay, so the knot creates somewhat of an anchor, and it keeps that string latchkey kid on. I'm a latchkey kid.
I'm still
You guys
stitching.
are millennials. I'm a latchkey kid. Okay. You know, y'all the parents, you guys know what latchkey kid is. You know what? You're born in the 70s.
What was it?
We were able to walk home and carry the keys around carry our house keys around our neck and let ourselves in the house. It was when laws were different. Okay. It was when you didn't need seatbelts. But you have to wear your seatbelt to drive in a car or anything moving for that matter. So now we have this. What do I need to do? Because look, this is not connected. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take my needle once again. I'm going to take some string. Once again, this is the same thing we did before. And I'm going to thread the string inside the needle best I can. Looks like it might turn out a little bit faster than last time. There we go. And I'm going to pull it.
You know, Mom, the cool thing about sewing, like pillows and stuff, is that when you flip it inside out, if you cut like me, you won't see this cut. It'll be like,
can we see that stitch? That's a different type of stitch you did there.
Yes, so I
Can
did,
you talk about that stitch?
the stitch I did, I forgot the name for it, but basically this is the stitch that I usually do when I'm sewing clothes.
We can call it the classic stitch.
The classic, yeah, we'll just call it the classic stitch because this is the stitch I see most. I just like doing this stitch. It looks really, I don't know, it's just something about it that's just really aesthetic. Aesthetic means like pleasing to the eye, like.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You know, folks are using that word again. Here we go. Now I'm about to I tied my knot. I've got my needle once again, and I'm about to sew from here as far as it can go. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so this is my second string, you guys, and still it wasn't long enough. But once you have the last side you need to sew, do not sew it all the way to the edge. You've got to leave a little tiny hole there so that we can put stuffing in it, right? So we can stuff the stuffing in it. We can't just stuff the stuffing into the closed side. So we're going to sew from here to here, but I got to get some more string and I got to get some more needle to go from here to here. So see you in a minute again. Love ya. Oh my God, you guys, we're getting down to the fun down. So here we go. There's still And should I leave this opening this big or should I make it small?
I think you should leave a bigger opening because
About that big?
Huh?
About that big, huh?
Yeah, because you could break your stitch if it's too small and you're trying to get really into the thing.
I want you guys to see the two different types of stitches. So Yazzie has a classic stitch,
Like
and
this.
I have a over looping
And
stitch. Put your classic stitch back real quick.
yeah.
Let's see. So see the two different types of stitches.
And I just wanted to let's flip it inside out and let's see how it looks when it's like.
Oh, and don't forget the next step before you put stuffing in it. Before you put stuffing in it, the next step is we have to flip this inside out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to cut this, and I'm just gonna start a new line when it's time to close it up, instead of trying to flip it inside out and then my stitch comes out. So we've got this. So now it's time to flip it inside out. Open the hole that's left. Open the hole that's left, and now you're literally gonna turn it inside out like a sock. Very slowly. Stuff the whole thing into the hole. Let's get it out. Let's open it on up. It looks like we have
See how the stitch just
a
blends in?
pocket. Look at that pocket. Yes, Yazzie, high five. Okay. Go wash our hands. Come on. You guys, I'm so excited. How are you guys doing? You guys making sure you're washing your hands and staying away from people? Yes, please make sure. 'Cause I love you guys. Everything's got to be good. Okay, so now let's camera down real quick. And we've got the pocket. What are we going to stuff it with? I have cotton here. This is cotton that actually looks like it was pulled out of something. But everybody's not going to have cotton. And everybody's not going to have something they can pull cotton out of, okay? So I'm going to actually use some of the old cloth that we didn't want from in the beginning. Like the old cloth. I'm going to use some of this to stuff
Creative reuse.
inside of here. Right, creative reuse, right. So we like to reuse items because art is not supposed to cost money. Art is just supposed to cost a little bit of your creative spirit. So I'm gonna cut this actually into a piece to make sure that I don't stretch my hole when I try to stuff this in. I'm gonna cut, okay, here we go. I'm literally gonna open this and just start stuffing stuff in it like you're putting it into a bag. And you just keep going. I'm gonna use some of this, and I'm going to keep on stuffing. So I'm gonna finish stuffing this, you guys. And look at Yazzie. Check out her stitch that she's got going on. She's almost finished.
I ended up doing the wrap around stitch for the last little
But that's
bit.
cool though, because you combined the two different
stitches.
stitches, which is absolutely okay.
Oh, it's on.
Okay, so here's your cotton. And then here's some extra clothing just to beef up the situation. And I'm almost finished stuffing this, so we'll see you in a bit.
Oh, never mind.
What do you want to show?
I wanted to show how I ended off my stitch. So basically what I do is I put the what's this, the needle through the hole again, and then I wrap it inside the other stitch, and I do it again, and I pull through like that. So it looks like this. And then you can cut it off. It's just another way if you guys want to know.
Okay, so now we're at the very end. The stuff is stuffed in, it's flipped inside out. Now I want to sew this little hole shut. No fancy. I'm just gonna go ahead and sew it.
Guys, if your stitch
I'm going
comes
to do
undone,
Yazzie's in and out stitch to close this. Go ahead.
if your stitch comes undone, use some hot glue gun to fix it, because that happened to me.
Yeah.
Because my hole was not big enough.
I kind of feel like hot glue gun is like the savior of all time.
Period.
What can you not use a hot glue gun to fix? Can we think of 10 things? Let's think of 3 things
3 things.
as I stitch this shut. 3 things that a hot glue gun cannot fix.
Food, water, and gas.
But could it fix the machine that would provide those things? Oh, look, all of a sudden started doing the overlapping.
I don't think it could fix my bank account.
No. or neither one of ours. Let's see. Good one, cameraman. Okay, here we go. And I am shut. My pillow is shut. My stuffy is shut.
Pillow, shut.
My
Hey, pillow.
up cameraman, teddy bear. Okay, so I cut that off. You almost done, yes? I'm tying this.
See my hand shake when I like concentrate, so I'll be done in a little bit.
Okay, everybody always needs their own time. Everybody, you know, some people get done faster, some people get done slower, you know, so we want to give everybody the time they need, because art is not supposed to be stressful. It's supposed to be something that's calming. It's supposed to be something that everybody can do on their own time. Right. So I'm going to decorate this. I'm going to get some bejewels. I might even put some hair and stuff right here. Let me gather some stuff. I don't know. We'll be back. All right, you guys. So I have been blinging up my teddy bear here, but I just feel like it needs earrings. So I'm still looking around. Okay, so these are the bejewel bins. Thanks to Julie. Thank you, Julie, for these bejewel bins. I still got these bejewel bins. And let's see. Ooh, what kind of earrings? I see some stars in here. I'm digging deep. That's how the kids, they just don't give up. Y'all know y'all don't give up. Y'all be like, I know there's another star at the bottom of that bejewel bin. 1 star, 2 star, yay. So we're gonna put some star earrings on here. Yazzie, can I use the hot glue? Sure. Are you using it? Okay, so let's see.
1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4.
1 star. There we go. And then here's my 2nd star. It's not as big as the other star, but who cares? Probably better that it's not. Okay. Yazzie? I think we've done it. Yazzie's still continuing doing her eyes. She's almost done. Can we see what you did so far, Yazzie? Ooh. Let's show them off real quick. All right, you guys. That was fun. And this is something that I am sleeping with. I'll probably give it to Sasha as a gift because she's still asleep when she wakes up. I'll see you guys.